look forward to. Our next fact or fiction, Floyd. Please.
Hey, we ain't ducking and dodging nobody. It's time for fact or fiction.
Thank you, Floyd. We appreciate it, brother. And Coach, fact or fiction, lack of TV dates and moving prospects too quickly are the biggest problems concerning PBC at this time.
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, by the time you got 6, 7, 8 fights, they want you to really fight 10 rounders against good fighters. You know, you can compare the differences on the way Top Rank moves fighters and the way PBC moves his fighters. Top Ranks takes their time and nurtures them through the 4s, the 6, the 8s, and they don't move you into the 10 rounds until they know you're ready. PBC, you know, they ain't got the patience, and they just throw you in there, man. You know, after you get a few fights, there's this and that, and boom, they'll just put you in there. They don't give you that proper development, man. Brad Goodman, the best in the boxing business in developing fighters, matchmaking wise, he understands, you know, the process and everything. And that Emiliano Vargas, he fought a 4-round fight yesterday. Okay. Yep. Now, if he was with PBC, they would rush him and try to, you know, put him in an 8-round fight against a tough guy he ain't gonna be ready for. You know what I mean? It's just, they do it the right way, the Don Chargren way. Top Rank, Brad Goodman, who came up pretty much when I got into business back in '83. He was a young kid, learned from Bruce Trampler, learned from Teddy Brenner, and he learned this craft. And the club shows were, making matches on all those club shows, especially when he moved to Vegas at the Orleans when they used to do club shows. Brad was a matchmaker there, and like I said, he cultivated his craft over the years, where he's an expert on this shit. He knows how to develop guys. Like I use toilet paper or ride a bike. Okay, Brad is the best, and he has good instincts. Okay, he developed over the years on knowing when to move a fighter and when the fighter's right and when the fighter's not. One opponent is right for his fighter and one opponent is not. Because there's a couple of times I remember I tried to sneak in an opponent to one of his fighters. And he looked at me, man. He goes, nah, he ain't ready for that guy yet. Yeah. Or PBC. Yeah. We'll make the match. You know, they would have took it. Okay.
That guy's, you look at 2 blue chip prospects losing within the span of a month. First with Yoelvis Gomez. And then now, last night, if you watch the Showtime broadcast, Trayvon Marshall gets knocked the F out by old man
Gabriel
Maestre. Now, once again, it was a 6-0 versus a 5-0-1. But you know, Coach Gabriel, this is an old seasoned grizzled veteran.
He only has, Joe, look, he only has, I don't know, 6 fights.
That was his.
He has over 500 amateur fights at the highest level. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why I'm saying that those records are very misleading.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have taken place last night. Trayvon Marshall showed a lot of promise leading up to that fight. Now, boy, he got knocked out brutally, Coach. Knocked through the ropes.
Prospect, man. Look at PBC. They ain't got no fighters they got coming up. They're developing. Okay, nope. They're getting. They gotta get guys like that Garcia, the junior lightweight, or guys like what do you call it? The middleweight guy, that ugly guy, Adames.
Yep.
Yeah, they gotta get guys like that are already made. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Or you know what I mean? They got to get guys like that are already made, man. But they don't know how to develop fighters. Gomez is a perfect example. Gomez, they rushed way too fast. Top Rank would have never done that, man. That's just a piss poor example. PBC, they're matchmaking like everybody gets excited. Oh, I'm with Al. Al ain't gonna take care of you and protect you no more. He's gonna let everything he's gonna do for his matchmakers. Them days of protecting certain fighters like Omar Figueroa or his brother Brandon, you know, coming up and making sure they had the right fights. Them days are over, man. If you're a prospect, they're going to make you fight like that kid from my area. His name is Omar Juarez. They threw him in tough fights. They threw him in a fight too early in his career. The Filipino guy he lost to. Then they put him in this another tough fight against
Cuban,
that veteran guy,
Rancis Barthelemy. Yep.
As kids to develop, they didn't develop them the right way. They rush you. Okay, they take you from step A to Z, and then you don't go through the process. And you know what I mean? Unless you're an exceptional talent, you'll be able to overcome. You don't need to go through that process like a Lomachenko. And they thought this Gomez guy with his talent, his amateur background, you know what I mean? He could be like Lomachenko and fast track his ass. Yeah.
Yep. We'll see how that worked out. Yeah. And once again, in the main event, and here's another problem. Once again, their roster is still massive. And when you consider they only have the Showtime dates to work with, well, you get these fighters. Once again, Emmanuel Rodriguez was fighting for the vacant IBF Bantamweight Championship, and he was coming off of a spectacular performance in which he just whooped the ass of Gary Antonio Russell. But that was last October, Coach, on the undercard of Deontay Wilder and Robert Elenius.
Oh.
So now they're bringing him back, and no one even remembers that. So once again, exactly, and he beat Melvin Lopez, knocking him down twice, or knocking him down 3 times in the final round, getting the wide UD 12 in capturing, and congratulations to him. But this entire card was flying under the radar because no one remembered how good or what Emmanuel Rodriguez did to get this opportunity.
Yeah.
No one cared.
Yeah. Everybody, the only one fight they wanted to watch that night was Navarrete Valdez. They didn't give a shit about this card. You look at the ratings, they probably drew 100,000 people with that, Joe.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what, I want to give a big shout out to Eric R. Salute, fellas. Good call, Coach. I picked against Oscar Valdez. I felt like he was declining in the past 3 outings. Okay. Well, good for listening to Coach, brother. Hope you made some money. Big Luke, my girlfriend says, very well done. Man, I want to thank you and your lovely girl for joining the Coach on Sunday night, brother. Big Luke, we love you on the show, man. You're my brother, and we consider you family, my friend. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Eric R. says, am I the only guy who sees Wilder versus AJ looking similar to Wilder versus Brazil?
Could be.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Oh boy, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it
Joe,
in January, guys. Yes, sir.
Look at all the heavyweights that PBC are developing. None. They have nothing coming behind Ruiz, Wilder. You know, they have nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep.
So, what I'm trying to say,
problem.
Long-term success. It's not good for an organization like PBC if they don't develop the next stars in boxing. Because Charlo's have been up there. You know, the Charlos, Spence, Danny Garcia. You know, they're going to become retreads. Well, Danny Garcia is a retread, and you know, certain fighters. A lot of them are retreads, and they ain't got no stars coming behind them to take the place, man. So top rank, you know, longevity, long term, yeah, they'll be in better position and everything.
Yep, you know, it's all about keeping that pipeline filled. And right now, the pipeline of prospects at PBC, well, not looking good. Not looking good.
Know how to develop fighters.
And they have no concept of cultivating and nurturing that talent.
Well, they don't have the patience, okay, to do it. They got good matchmakers there, man.
Yeah,
but
Tom Brown. Yep.
Yeah, they got excellent Tom Brown, who will be a Hall of Famer one day. Ron Katz, who's excellent, but they got their marching orders. Hey, man, let's move these guys fast. If they can't cut the mustard, then hey, they ain't made the. You know what I mean? We'll just find somebody else. But
that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, you gotta do it the right way, long term. But Top Rank's been in the business, well, I don't know, 50, 60 years. I can't remember. I remember this when I was a little kid. But they've had success, long-term success, because their ability to develop these fighters. Every 4 years, a new crop of fighters come out from the Olympics. guys that didn't make the Olympic team, okay, guys that turn pro every 4 years, 84, 88, 92. They always get a new crop of fighters coming out, turning pro, and they sign who they feel the best talented prospects are, and they develop to the best of their ability. Do all of them make it? Absolutely no. But a good, all they need is a few percentage of them making it for their company to be successful.
And there it is.